All right. Reading some from an author. I forgot his name. I should just. Oh yeah, the Jaredites. The origin, culture, and history of the Jaredite people who are introduced in the Book of Mormon. And I already told you that the Book of Mormon was plagiarized by a book named God Anacalypsis, Isis Unveiling, by a guy named Godfrey Higgins. Um, but excuse me. Nimrod's demise. The Bible does not mention Nimrod's death. However, in the book of Jasher, we read that he was killed by Esau. Bless you. The son of Esau, Isaac. Esau takes the coat of skins, Adam's garment, from Nimrod's body and flees. He is pursued by Nimrod's companions, fearing for his life. At the end of his desperate escape, Esau goes to the home of his brother Jacob, famished and thinking he is going to be killed at any moment. He barters the garment along with his birthright to his brother for a life-saving meal. So we, the Israelites, gain the garments of Adam along with the birthright. All right. So it wasn't just that simple. Esau wanted to kill the man Jacob for no reason or some petty you know what I'm saying? It was also the garments of Adam, which I'm going to be speaking of on and definitely I suggest you stay with me. After Esau eludes the friends of Nimrod, they return to take his body back to Ur, where he is probably buried in a regal public ceremony. Jasher notes that Nimrod was 215 years old at the time of his death. He had reigned at a total of 185 years, so that's 15. So when he was 30, he started reigning. Reading the account of Jasher and Esau at this time after the death of Abraham frequently went into the field to hunt, and Nimrod, the king of Babel, the same was Amraphel, who frequently went with his mighty men to hunt in the field and to walk about with his men in the cool of the day. And Nimrod was observing Esau in the field and to walk about with his men in the cool of the day. And Nimrod was observing. Hold on. And Nimrod was observing Esau all the days, for a jealousy was formed in the heart of Nimrod against Esau. Okay. And all the and on a certain day Esau went in the field to hunt, and he found Nimrod walking in the wilderness with his 2 men, and all his mighty men and his people were with him in the wilderness, but they removed at a distance from him, and they went from him in different directions to hunt. And Esau concealed himself from Nimrod, and he lurked for him in the wilderness. So he pulled the pliers hiding in your bushes on Nimrod. All right, let's continue. And Nimrod and 2 of his men that were with him came to the place where he was. When Esau started suddenly from his lurking place, and drew his sword, and hastened and ran to Nimrod and cut off his head. And Esau fought a desperate fight with 2 men that were with Nimrod. And when they called out to him, pause this right. All right, I'm back. So I'm gonna keep it straight up G real with you, man. Esau might be Huwawa. Keep it straight up G real with you. Um. Okay. 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 Basically, he cut off his head, and Esau fought a desperate fight with 2 men that were with Nimrod. And when they called out to him, Esau turned to them and smote them to death with his sword. And all the mighty men of Nimrod who had left with him into the wilderness heard a cry at a distance, and they knew the voices of those 2 men. And they ran to know the cause of it. When they found their king and the 2 men that were with them lying dead in the wilderness, and when Esau saw the mighty men of Nimrod coming at a distance, he fled and thereby escaped. And Esau took the valuable garments of Nimrod, which Nimrod's father had bequeathed to Nimrod. So Ham stole the garments from Noah, and Noah inherited them from Adam. So let me continue. And with which Nimrod prevailed over the whole land, and he ran and concealed them from his house. So the Nimrod of the garments are a regal regal elegance, or should I say, the blueprint to the spiritual blueprint uh, to be Lord of the earth, warlord over the earth. And Esau took those garments and ran into the city on account of Nimrod's men, and he came into his father's house, wearied and exhausted from fight, and he was ready to dive through grief when he approached his brother Jacob and sat before him. And he said unto his brother Jacob, Behold, I shall die this day. This is the part where he gave his birthright up. Trip, man. This is potent. This is potent, man. And wherefore, okay. And wherefore then do I want the birthright? And Jacob acted wisely with Esau in this matter, and Esau sold his birthright to Jacob, for it was so brought about by the Lord. Not sure. And when Nimrod, the son of Cush, died, and his men lifted him up and brought him in his consternation, and buried him in his city, and all the days that Nimrod lived were 215 years, and he died, and the days that Nimrod reigned upon the people of the land were 185 years, and Nimrod died by the sword of Esau in shame and contempt. So he sold his birthright after he killed Nimrod. So man, trip, man. Hold on, let me see if I got it up here. Uh, should be saved somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna bring these out a little bit later, man. Not right now. What is? All right, I'm gonna bring this out a little bit later. But all right. At the death of Nimrod, his king, okay, the land was, and Nimrod died by the sword of Esau in shame and contempt, and the seed of Abraham caused his death, as he Nimrod had seen in his dream. And at the death of Nimrod, his kingdom became divided into many divisions, and all those parts that Nimrod reigned over were restored to the respective kings of the land, who recovered them after the death of Nimrod. And all the people of the house of Nimrod were for a long time enslaved to all other kings of the land. So what I'm telling you straight up is that Nimrod was probably the chief, the first. All these Gilgamesh and all these other people may have been Nimrod. Nimrod, the mighty hunter, the rhino. There are other differing accounts of death of Nimrod. However, after studying them all, I feel that the account of Jasher is the most reasonable and authentic. It is very possible that Nimrod was buried in the state with a great public ceremony and display of it. Is very possible that Nimrod was buried in, display of pageantry. It is also possible that he was accompanied in burial by a number of his family, servants, and staff. Uh, Such a burial was found by Leonard Woolley during the excavations at the site of Ur. He recorded in great detail all the different individual skeletons found there, as well as the rich treasures that were entombed with him. He originally thought that all these individuals had voluntarily sacrificed their lives to be buried with a royal personage. However, recent studies have found that they were murdered prior to burial and placed in order within the tomb. Whether the royal personage in this tomb could have been Nimrod's is purely speculative. However, such a burial would have been consistent with his career. So I'm going to put this link up with this, but I suggest you check this, because next I'm coming with the stolen garments to show you that the garments that Esau stole from Nimrod, can he's Nimrod's father Ham, or his forefather, stole the garment from Noah. All right, and then the garment from Noah was passed on by Adam. So that's coming at you next. Hopefully, you stay tuned and stay with it. Out.